If you're a runner who has pain in your knee right when you start the run, throughout the run, or even it starts up after the run, we've got some tips for you. Why do we get pain in the knee when we run in the first place? Can break this down into a couple of different reasons. Typically, we talk about pain with running is right around that kneecap or sometimes just below the kneecap. And it has to do often with a mistracking. If I peel away the tendon here, you see the kneecap and it doesn't fit beautifully inside the groove of the bone here. And as you're running, then there can be some tracking issues. If it's not perfectly in the groove and instead it's off to one side or the other because of muscle imbalance, because of the way you are shaped, where you've got maybe more of an angle from your hips down to your knees, or you have flat feet, or you have poor insoles and you have worn them down and you need to bring up the cushioning, then we can get maltracking, and then this leads to inflammation or runner's knee, which is often a patella femoral pain syndrome, PFPS. Another thing that can happen with running is that we can get an inflammation of the patellar tendon itself, and a tendinopathy develops that creates some fluid, and then you can get pain with not only running but with going upstairs or downstairs. You may feel a grinding of the kneecap. You may feel or hear a popping or clicking in the knee. This can also come from overuse. Sometimes it's not about your form, it's about the amount of time that you're spending running, or that you don't spend enough time warming up before you start running, because you want those muscles around the knee to be warm. So inadequate quad warm-ups and quad stretches, similarly ham, but typically when we talk about runners, it's in the front of the knee. The third big reason for having knee pain with running is IT band, or the iliotibial band, that attaches all the way up here at the ilium, which is part of your hip, and then down onto the tibia. And we have a big, thick saran wrap piece of fascia that runs all the way through here, and we can create pain with running. It almost feels like this tightening, stretching, screwing kind of motion along that area of the knee. So that can come from very tight hamstrings, tight glutes, inadequate warm-ups, inadequate stretching, oftentimes needs to have some rolling out of the IT band because you get these trigger points within it. A fourth reason for pain with running is some form of literally mechanics, form, that, as alluded to before, we can have some maltracking, but it could also be as simple as that there's been some increased weight, there's been some increased Q angle, for example. As you age and mature as a female, then your hips tend to be a little bit broader. I'm going to exaggerate here, but the hips to the knees can create more of this type of an angle, so that can create some knee pain, particularly on the inside or the medial aspect of the knee. Those are the main reasons for knee pain with running, and we look at these from different aspects in terms of what to then treat. Does it mean that we're going to do more warm-ups? Are we going to do better stretching? Are we going to get new insoles or even new shoes? Are we going to do some foam rolling? Will there be some therapy involved with a physical therapist or a personal trainer? Will we need to do some treatments in the office where we can stabilize the muscles and we can do some work to rebalance the muscles? For example, if the medial quads are smaller in relationship to the lateral quads. So we get that, and that can create pain with running. Thanks for listening. If you have knee pain and would like to learn more, I have a worksheet called 5 Things to Do Now to Reduce Your Knee Pain Within a Week. Go to www.kneeboostnow.com to download it for free. I'd love to hear from you, so please like, subscribe, and comment below so I can help you get out of your knee pain.